right, same as always. Doug, you want to start us off?
Sure.
If you want.
No, I'm good. You said that. Oh God, I'm sorry. How are you, sir?
I'm fine.
You all said on Friday that you needed to play well to defeat Montreal and its kind of bunkering approach and countering approach. You got the win. How would you characterize the team's performance, though?
I just said, I'm very proud of the team. They play with so much discipline because it's so tempting to go in that narrow spaces and force you to make mistakes. And I think we played like 19 minutes very concentrated. First half, they always will get a chance, And the first half they had one opportunity at a counter attack when PT made with his heel back, how do you call it? Back heel, and then the counter attack started. But for the rest, I think they didn't have one shot on goal. And also the second half, the corner kick, okay, that's something that can happen. The guy shoots the ball totally wrong, and it comes in the feet of another player, and he scores. So we were really played, I think, very concentrated. And of course, it's difficult to create many chances when a team plays that deep on their own half. But we still believed in it, and we still played concentrated, very concentrated when we conceded the 1-1. And I think we really deserve this win. And finally, we are the good side of the score right now. A lot of times we conceded a late goal against us, and now we get one, and so that feels really well. And I think again, they really deserve it because they put a lot of effort in it today.
Speaking specifically about Pity, how would you describe his or characterize his game today? And will it come a point where you think that maybe he doesn't belong in the starting 11 moving forward for the time being?
Oh, I think in the beginning there was nothing wrong, and I think he played quite well. He was setting up also the first goal. Coming inside, play to Justin, moves through, make the space for Justin to come inside. So I had no problems with that. But the second half, especially I think around the 60, 65 minutes, he was making too many mistakes, and then it's a danger for the team at that moment. So then it's my choice, to make a decision. And but overall, I think against Toronto, I think he played one of his best games. And now I think he started quite well. Only you have to continue that, of course. And when it's a danger for the team, I have to take any player out who is a danger for a team at that moment. He doesn't do it on purpose, but he has to realize, okay, maybe it's it was short notice that we play again, so maybe he was tired. So, but he has to know where he has to make those plays. Do we have too many men in front of the ball? Then you cannot lose the ball. So he has to understand that better. But I still believe in him, and but he has to improve in that. That's for sure.
Justin Miram, have you ever seen him pull off a goal like that in training, or where'd that come from?
No, we didn't train that much lately, but he is. We know he is two-feeted, and he has a really solid shot with his inside feet, and that he already showed on training also. And he's practicing, and he was really determined to show himself for his. For the public and for the fans, because he wants to be important, and he already said it before the game. I can make an impact. Okay, just show it, and he showed it. So that's great for him. It's great for me. It's great for the fans. It's great for the club. Great for his teammates. So really pleased with his performance today.
What was your reasoning to put Florentine Pogba at left back, and how do you think he performed?
I think he did a great job, Flo. He's a really defender, and I think normally we a lot of times put Breck or Michael Parkers there, but Parkers is a little bit at age, and he played 90 minutes against Toronto, and I think what I said was one of our most disappointing games. I think, if you say defensive-wise, and I think they let them drown a lot of times. You know, it was a lot of times 2 against 1. So, yeah, you have to take that in consideration. Okay, you know, maybe next time it's your turn again. And but I'm very satisfied with Parky, and so. For me, Flo, I think he put himself in the team because of his attitude, his positive attitude. For example, he asked me if he could play 1.5 weeks ago with the USL to play 90 minutes and away. And his brothers were here, Florentine. What? Yeah, the 2 brothers were here. So he can also say, yeah, I'm with my brothers here, and they come over, you know, to the States. But he really wanted to go, and you know, I like that from a guy. And you know, and when you also show quality in that, and he entered also against Toronto, I think very good. And then there comes a time that you have to give him the opportunity, and I think he took it with both hands.
Yeah, I saw Mikey Ambrose in the 18. What's his level of fitness at the moment?
Yeah, the problem is right now with Mikey, you know. It's a little bit, unfortunately, of course, you know, you get an injury. It was a lot of time starting in the starting 11, and he didn't play that much minutes also in the USL. I think at one time 50 or 60 minutes, but he's training very hard, you know, to get fit, and maybe one time his opportunity comes again. And you know, he's a very positive guy. It's fantastic to have him in the group, and again, you know, his reward will come one time, and he has to be patient. But I'm very satisfied with him.
Is it okay if I do my question in Spanish? Well, let's wait till the end. Doug?
Why did you decide to start Miram over Dion in this one? And a 2-parter, if that's okay.
No problem.
You said just a second ago that they let Parkhurst kind of drown 2-on-1. Who is the they? Because I know Pitty started on that side.
No, but not they. It's the team. You know, they have to. We have to recognize, hey, where's the danger? So we have to drop in then. And of course, you know, the guys in front of him have a responsibility, but the whole team has a responsibility. So for me, it's never one man or 2. No, it's the whole team. They have to recognize those moments, and that we discussed. And I think today, you know, they really played very concentrated and disciplined. About Dion, maybe it wasn't his best game against Toronto, but we have to also take in consideration. He's 3 days later we play against a very difficult team, and I need fresh blood in that moment. And that's also with Pogba, and and also he is training well, and he's eager to show himself. Yeah, that's. I have to use, you know, that as a coach, and both like Flo and him show that we're not playing with 11 man or the whole year. No, we're playing with the whole roster, and now it's their turn, you know, to be influence in games and be important. So it's great for them.
Anyone have anything else in English to say? I do.
When do you expect Joseph is going to rejoin the team, and when might
He
he
is
play?
in Chicago. We will be there.
He will be in Chicago.
We know Joseph, and he wants to score.
So he will be available.
He will traveling. I will, you know, talk to him how he's feeling and everything. But you know, don't take, you know, an unnecessary risk, of course. But still, right now he's training tomorrow, and then probably a light training then afterwards, and then he's traveling also to Chicago.
To bounce back in a positive way. You know, it was a difficult game tonight. They came in with a clear plan of playing counterattacking football, sitting in and making it really difficult for us. And they certainly did that for 90 minutes. But at the end of the day, it was important that we got 3 points. Didn't matter how. Wasn't the prettiest of games, but you know, these games are sometimes difficult when they get 11 guys behind the ball in their own half, and they force you to try and break them down, and you know they get deflection, set piece, makes things a little bit interesting towards the end. But fortunately, we were able to get a second one and see out the game.
What did you think of Miram?
No, yeah. Listen, we all know his quality. You know, to see the first goal go in, obviously, it shows what he brings to the team and what he can do with the ball at his feet. You know, second one, you know, just kind of sniffs it out and right place, right time.
You had a new left back in front of you today. What did you think of Florentine?
Yeah, I thought he was great. You know, again, probably somebody that's not a natural left back, but you know, his biggest attribute is probably his strength, and you saw that today. I think Bush tried to play first few long balls, and he was always going to win those. You know, so not his normal position, but for sure came in and did an absolute job for us, and couldn't be more pleased for him.
Along that same vein, just with lots of guys coming through this lineup, you know, some of the more reserved players in the group, you know, what does that mean for this team? For those guys to come in and be able to get wins?
I wouldn't call them reserve players by any means. So when you're a top team, you need depth, and you need guys pushing the first 11, whoever that may be. You need guys being able to step on the field and contribute. We saw Brandon, you know, a couple games ago, obviously score a handful of goals, and he's come in for Joseph, and all of a sudden, you know, he's picking up where we left off in terms of our center forward position. Justin comes in, gets 2 goals. Flo comes in, does a fantastic job as a left back. So with this stretch of games, it's going to be important that we use that depth to make sure that we keep pace and continue to pick up points.
Yeah, what is this stretch? MLS schedule just so strange that you're off for 3 weeks and now you're bouncing around again?
Yeah, I don't know. They tell us where we got to go. We play the games. You got to talk to the league about that. I don't know. It is what it is. So they're not going to change. We just got to roll up our sleeves and get on with it. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Brad.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, this is all new to me. Jeff knows what it's like, though.
Was that just to remind everybody what you're capable of?
No, just to remind Jeff Lorenowitz what it's about. No, I'm just kidding. That's my guy. For me, it's just important to you know, take advantage of this opportunity and help the team any way possible, defensively, offensively, and you know, fortunate that put a couple away.
Tell us about the first one. Were you thinking shoot the whole time?
Once I got by the guy, I was in a position that I love to cut in from the left side and hit it, and you know, it was a great strike.
Something long range kind of required right there. It was kind of bunched up at the back. They seem to be back there kind of bunched up for most of the match.
Yeah, you know, anytime you play a team with a back 5, it's going to be very tight and there's not going to be much space. So sometimes you know, you got to be patient, and then individuals need to create a bit of, you know, magic and flair. And I was fortunate to get a little bit of space and cut in and take my shot.
What was the celebration of the first goal?
Just a relief. You know, it's always tough when you get traded in the middle of the season, but these guys in the locker room have really brought me in, and you know, I really love coming every day to work with these guys. And when you enjoy it, when this locker room is great, it kind of just feels, you know, on a different level to you know, help.
After the experience in Orlando, was scoring a goal, that kind of ovation in front of that kind of crowd, did that mean a little more to you?
This was a different celebration. This was of joy for the city and these fans to really bring me in, and excuse me, really just to, you know, bring me in as one of the guys, and to help any way possible. And that means so much as a player. I'm very thankful for that.
You talked about how structured Montreal was. Was when you took that shot, that long range shot, was it feeling like a point in the game where you just needed something to happen? You just needed to put balls in the box, get shots off?
We were making runs in behind, and I kind of changed my position to come underneath, and you know, Kitty gave me the ball, and it was just one of those, you know, create something, because they've been sitting back, kind of letting us have most of the possession, and you just gotta sometimes take shots, and thankfully it went in.
Kind of wipe away the disappointment from Wednesday for you guys?
Yeah, of course. Anytime that game kind of slipped from us, and obviously disappointed, so it's good to get back on the right track, especially at home. You got to get 3 points at home in front of this group.
What does it mean to show Coach what you're capable of moving forward as some of these guys come back into the lineup?
yeah, anytime you get your opportunity, you have to make the most of it. That's the way, soccer is. One day you don't get in on Wednesday, and the next day you're starting, and you take advantage of it. And soccer changes quickly, and you just got to be up to it and put your head down and keep working.
Thanks, Justin.
All right, thanks, guys.